Hi everyone, this is Rachel, and in this video I'm going to show you the basics of CafeTran Espresso's dashboard and how to set up your first project. But first I'd like to show you the CafeTran Espresso website. It is cafetran.com, and as you can see, the product is advertised as the feature-rich cat tool that is fun to use. You can download a free version that will allow for up to 1,000 translation units. Okay, let's take a look at the dashboard. This is what you see when you first open the program. At the top left is the source language bar, and to the right is the target language bar. You do need to select your source and target languages before you can begin a project. Beneath the source language bar, we see Total Recall Memory Storage. Total Recall is basically a huge external database that allows you to store all segments from any TM that you import into it. Then, when you begin a new project, Total Recall can select segments that it thinks would be relevant for your current translation, and it provides a smaller, more customized TM for you to use. You can control this feature by using the buttons on this toolbar below. If you're not interested in using Total Recall and just want to use a single TM, you would come up here to Translation Memories, and as you can see, it's followed by the file format TMX for Translation Memory Exchange. This means that CafeTran Espresso is compatible with Studio Translation Memories and any other translation memory that uses the TMX file format. If I had any saved TMs, they would appear in a list here. I don't, and right now my only option is project memory, which is enabled by default. I'm going to leave it selected because this will allow me to create, use, and add to a TM as I work on my new project. If I wanted to create a new translation memory or add an existing TM apart from any current project, I would select the New button for a new TM or Add Memory to add an existing TM. Beneath Translation Memories, we have glossaries, which is what CafeTran Espresso calls term bases. You can see that it's followed by the file extension TXT. Text files can be used to create term bases. Unfortunately, they are not compatible with other term base file formats such as TBX, which is what Studio uses. So all Studio term bases and any other term base that uses the TBX format has to be converted in an external tool before it can be opened in CafeTran. Just like translation memories, if I had any saved glossaries, they would appear here, but as before, my only option is Project Glossary, and that is enabled by default. And once again, I'm going to leave it enabled so I can create and add to a glossary or term base as I work on my new project. I can create a new glossary or add an existing glossary apart from any current project by selecting the New or Add Glossary buttons, respectively. If we move to the top right corner, we see free web resources and images. CafeTran Espresso allows you to easily connect to various websites that provide machine translation or term searches. For this demo, I am going to select Google Translate and ProZ.com term search. Beneath these free web resources and images, we have other resources and services. If you have a ProZ or TMTown account, you can log into your account directly from the editor, which is quite handy if you are a translator who uses those services often. Also, you'll notice that My Memory online machine translation is enabled by default, and I'm going to leave it like that for this demo. Moving back up to the top, you see that I have a drop-down menu with my current projects. I could select one and hit the blue Open button to open it. However, I am going to hit the red New button to create a new project. This opens up my File Explorer, and I am going to select Studio Project 1. Once I hit Open, the project configuration box opens. The project name is automatically populated as the name of the source text, but you can name it anything you'd like. The project location shows you where the project will be saved unless you change the location. And then the document box here shows you where the source text is saved. If we move to document settings, we see our source and target languages and our file type. By selecting on memory and glossary, we have the option to change the settings or edit our memory and glossary. If I click on settings, you'll see I have several options for changing my TM as it relates to fragments, fuzzy matches, hits, and things like that. I'm going to leave it as is, and I'll hit OK. Under Project Properties, I can enter information relating to the project, the client, and whose property everything is. I'm going to ignore filter options for now, and I'm going to select the Finish button. And my translation has opened in the editor. And before we finish, I just want to show you the tabs I have here: Google Translate, ProZ.com, and My Memory are the online tools I selected. Project Terms is my term base or glossary, and Project TM is my translation memory for this project. So I have all these resources right here in the editor. Thank you for watching this video, and we will continue with the editor.